now we move on to our final ACC team. How many games are you going to win this fall? Wake Forest, 4.5 wins. Over, juiced to 118. Under, 144. Bud Elliott, how we feeling about Jake Dickert's Deeks?
Yeah, not the best. I will note, I'm not betting this at FanDuel. This is the most expensive under price, like by far, but I think like 30 cents relative to the market. So almost anywhere else would be the right spot to play this under if you want to play under. If you like over, then FanDuel is certainly the spot where make every moment more there. I just like reading the reports. Obviously, Cam does a great job with Demon Deacon Digest. It looks like they might be playing the true freshman from California. I don't know how well it's going to go behind an offensive line that lost an awful lot of quality players to graduation into the portal. I think they're favored. Kennesaw State, Western Carolina. I think they're dogs at Oregon State, Georgia Tech, Virginia Tech, NC State, SMU, at FSU. They're favored over Delaware at home, but like I don't think they're so good that like Delaware is a no doubt 25-point spread type thing. Delaware is an FBS team now. At Virginia, they got Duke. I'm not trying to just read the schedule off, but this feels like a bit of a rebuild to me. So I think the bottom of the ACC is really bad, and my bets are going to reflect that.
I think a lot of this, and we kind of saw this at the end of the Clawson era, was how much they were going to struggle in the NIL era. Maybe they get a little bit more competitive and the rev share stuff helps them to get some of the money from the TV networks, but I think that's going to take some time. I was tempted to go over on this one because I really liked what I heard out of Jake Dickert. I do think he's a program builder, but I don't think it's going to be a turnaround in 1 year. So I'm on the under as well.
Chip is on the over. He is a Deke believer. You know, he's always sticking up for his Carolina teams. You know how he gets. But he also agrees with me because I'm also on the over. Although I would say my confidence level is somewhere between non-existent and, you know, maybe. I think they could beat Kennesaw State, Western Carolina, and Delaware. There's your 3 wins. I think they'll beat Oregon State, or at least I think they have a decent chance of beating Oregon State because we got to remember, Jake Dickert lost the Pac-12 to Oregon State this year. You know he's got that game circled on his calendar. He wants revenge against the Beavers. And then you look at the ACC schedule, and kind of you touched on it, Bud. Like, I think I'd say the bottom 2/3 of this league really aren't that great. And I think that you could find a way to maybe sneak a win at NC State, or maybe you get one at Virginia Tech, at Virginia, at Duke, at FSU, SMU. I wouldn't be shocked if Wake pulls off one of those wins because I think defensively, this team will be okay. I think the bigger problem for this team week in and week out is how many points will they be able to score to really be competitive and win a lot of games. But I think they can just barely get past this number. So I am very slightly nudging it.
So to Kevin's question in the chat, Kevin asked, you guys are saying to go 0-8 in ACC play. No, I think Delaware and Oregon State are losable games for a team with Wake Forest roster. Like, take the jerseys off, take the logos off. Wake Forest is that much better than Oregon State and Delaware? I don't think so.
In Corvallis too. Like,
right.
That's not an easy trip.
Yeah. Delaware's got a couple players who will be like, you know, major Power 5 players next year.
Just haters. Can't believe you guys are giving up on the Deeks, man. This is your ACC brethren. These guys prop your league up. I mean, they're giving you their money, for God's sakes. You can at least give them a little bit of compliments. Say that, hey, you know what, this team isn't that bad.
Yeah, like Delaware, to Blue Chicken's point, was a top 100 power rated team in the combo FBS FCS ratings. Like, you know, Delaware could have, yeah, according to Connolly there. Danny's point's very interesting to me. It's like, what is the gap truly between the very bottom of this league, if we wanted to define it as, at least personally, like Stanford, somewhat of a gap, Wake, you know, gap that's not zero, like Cal, whoever ends up really pretty bad out of like the Virginia schools and, you know, a couple others. Yeah, I don't think they have to go 0-8 in conference to go under this.
See, I have Wake rated slightly ahead of like Cal, Stanford, Q's, BC. I have them at the same. So, I
Okay.
don't think the gap between them and like the Virginias and the Pitts and the world aren't that significant in Virginia Tech. So, I wouldn't be shocked if they get it. But again, I wouldn't be surprised if this team if they do go winless in ACC play. That's within the realm of possibility.